Of all the outtakes, this is the one scene that I wish I had left in the movie. The idea was that the Indian shaman would find them instead of their finding him going to his hut. There's something mystical about him arriving out of nowhere with the sheep, a biblical image, and the ram attacking Mickey, as if the ram were some form of purity or seeing the danger that Mickey presented, but it's done in a comic way. I always liked the scene, and the reason I cut it was pressure, self-imposed mostly, about making the film shorter.
Turn left. Turn left to what, you stupid bitch?
Oh, you stupid bitch. You stupid bitch. You stupid bitch, Mickey. That's what my father used to call me. Thought you'd be more creative than that. You're losing it, Mickey. You're losing it.
Snakes and birds ain't nothing out here. Right now, I'd go down on a lawman for a gallon of gas. Let me tell you something. This is the 1990s, all right? In this day and age, a man has to have choices. In this day and age needs to be able to have a little bit of variety.
You know, you say the stupidest things sometimes. Why did you take me away from my house and kill my parents and go on a fucking hostages? You want to fuck some other women now? Was that a fucking commitment? Get the fuck down! Get down on the ground, you fucker!
Mal!
Take off your pants!
Okay,
Take off your pants, little fucker! I'm loving you now, baby.
Mal. I do not need to be dictated to. Just because I don't subscribe to the same goddamn puritanical belief systems that you have? Huh? Al! Shoot it!
I didn't say you could shoot it,
Al! Rejoice, for he hath found his sheep which were lost in the desert. Hey, Chief, we ran out of gas up the road a piece. Mal, come on.
This scene was very powerful in and of itself. It played well. It was in the original Tarantino screenplay. But after shooting it and cutting it, it was the wrong scene for this movie because it really reverses the flow of the movie in the sense that in the present version, Mickey and Mallory, after their sojourn in the desert when they murder the Indian shaman, seem to be influenced by this, especially Mallory. And in a sense, her behavior in the courtroom and the way they gratuitously kill Ashley Judd is a throwback to the earlier Mickey and Mallory, the desensitized ones on their killing spree. And I thought, wrong move, because we're going to try to set up another theme now with Mickey and Mallory that is going to kick off in the prison. So it was a tough cut to make because I think people would have enjoyed the scene, but it was just the wrong direction for the movie to take.
Became more surreal. Their subsequent trial turned into a sick, pathetic circus. The Mickey and Mallory Knox murder trial was such an event that it made the crime spree that preceded it pale by comparison. The nation caught Mickey and Mallory fired.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is a goddamn sham. And these assholes are making heroes out of this cum sandwich. I'll tell you who a goddamn hero is. Mike Griffin. Mike Griffin is who these misguided assholes should be revering. Mike Jerome Griffin was killed in the line of duty by these two sucking, degenerate criminals. What do you think of Mickey and Mallory?
I don't.
What do you mean you don't? Everyone's got an opinion.
No, I don't. I don't have an opinion.
You're a very strange man. This looks like it was cut the fucking meat cleaner. And where's all my close-ups? You're sabotaging me, mate. You must think I'm a prick.
Well, don't be a jackass. Come on, I'm doing my job here.
You're fired. You're fucking fired.
So, you gonna fuck with Wayne?
Wayne. Got it yourself, man.
Let him go, let him go.
Nice tie.
See ya.
Fuck that prick, man.
The twist to the tale is Grace Mulberry. Of the 9 teenagers murdered that night, 17-year-old Grace Mulberry was the lucky one left to tell the tale. This haunted lady summoned up the courage to take the stand and tell what she saw that horrible night.
Larry, how does it feel to be the only survivor of Mickey Mouse?
Watch her face smashed in, lady! And then allowed herself to be cross-examined. How do you feel about Mickey cross-examining you?
Hey, Mickey Mallory, come on.
By the man who killed her brother and girlfriends.
Let's go, we got it. Come on, mate.
Hey, what do you think of this turnout, Mallory? I never had more fun in my life.
Mickey, how do you feel? Scumbag! Hey, scumbag! Larry! Kill him! Larry, get him! Hey, what's your favorite pastime, Mickey?
You mean other than what I'm being tried for?
Right!
I'd say watching TV.
What's your favorite TV show?
Oh, most of soap operas, you know, Days of Our Lives, that sort of thing.
Any regrets, Mickey?
I sure wish we'd have looked up our old history teacher, Mr. Bainbridge. He's a big bad bitch, no good for nobody. You ain't seen nothing yet.
No, apparently not.
Grace was terrified of Mickey. You have to realize that most of their victims were normal people with normal lives that nothing out of the ordinary ever happens to. And then out of the blue, they're dealing with the devil incarnate. It was extremely difficult for us to find survivors who would be willing to testify and take the stand, especially when they knew that Mickey would be cross-examining them. No further questions, Your Honor.
Defense?
As a matter of fact, Your Honor, I do have some more questions.
Proceed.
That is one hell of a story, Ms. Mulberry.
Maybe to you.
Grace, I hope you don't mind if I call you Grace. Grace.
What?
You don't really want to be here today, do you?
No.
Grace, I'd like to ask you about your recently deceased brother Tim, his martial arts abilities. How long had he been studying?
He started in the 7th grade, so that would make it 9 years.
We will have order in this court.
That a fact? Well, could you tell us what form of martial arts it was?
It was called Jeet Kune Do.
Jeet Kune Do was the style developed by none other than the late, great Bruce Lee. Did you know that, Grace?
That's why Tim studied it, because it was Bruce Lee's fighting style.
Well, I think it'd be safe to say that anybody who studied the fighting style that Bruce Lee developed, arguably the greatest fighter in the history of motion pictures, that would be a fella after 9 years who could defend himself. Would you describe Tim that way, Grace?
Yes, I would.
Well, point of fact, weren't Tim's hands and feet considered weapons like guns or knives? Yet in your testimony just now, you described that Tim kicked me 4 times to the head. Yet his trained Bruce Lee kicks had little or no effect. And then after shrugging off 4 blows to the head like I was Superman, I lifted Tim 9 years with Jeet Kune Do Mulberry in the air and threw him across the room. And then I took this knife and proceeded to tear him. This knife to tear him and proceeded to tear him this knife limb limb, and your brother whose hands are lethal weapons.
Objection. Defense is intimidating the witness with the murder weapon.
Mr. Knox, put the knife down.
Had little or no defense.
Mr. Knox, the knife!
Grace, how do you think a human being could possibly be capable of doing something like that?
I don't know.
No, I don't believe that. I believe you have a very definite opinion on how I was able to do those things you described. Now, I'm going to ask you again, Grace, and I want you to remember that you are under oath. In your opinion, Ms. Mulberry, how was I capable of murdering your brother, Tim Mulberry, in the manner you described?
You're not human. I thought about it a lot, and that's the only thing I could figure. You're not human. I don't know if you're a vampire or the devil or a cyborg, but you're not human!
Thank you, Grace. I just have one final question.
What?
Do you believe in fate?
No.
Do you believe that you have any choice in the matter when it's your time to die?
Objection. What does this have to do with Grace Mulberry?
You want to know what this has to do with Grace Mulberry, Miss Objection?
Yes.
I'll tell you what it has to do with Grace Mulberry. It's her time!
Tus trailers, visita mi canal.
The drive-in was a woozy, almost psychedelic scene where it's in the middle of all this action. I just wanted to stop the movie, freeze it, and have these two, Mickey and Mallory, watching a drive-in movie and just ad-libbing, fantasizing, on the edge of death, coming to terms with where they were in their relationship. And then suddenly they'd have consciousness again, and they'd fly back in towards the pharmacy to try to look for a snake bite antidote. There was something bizarre and illogical about them stopping at a drive-in to watch a movie on their way to death.
Mickey! I'm coming to get you. Okay.
Are you gonna get us something?
What do you mean?
Aren't we supposed to do something when we're poisoned?
Well, either we're gonna die or we ain't gonna die. Wondering, do you have any regrets, Mallory?
Yes, I have regrets, but I didn't kill him. Do you have any regrets about the Indian? I think that we deserve what we're feeling right now, and then I'm rotten.
Hey, this guy, my word.
And you're rotten. Where are the guns?
Back in the back. Man.
Then just fucking blow my head off, then. What are we fucking living here for? God damn! Why did you take me away from my house and kill my parents and go out killing me? God! I'm seeing angels, Mickey. Mickey, I forgive you. Can we get some fucking poison killer?
Essentially, Stephen Wright is pretty much still in the movie, but this is a chance to look at some of his other work, and I liked him very much. He's very funny as a psychiatrist who tries to explain Mickey and Mallory to us.
In a world where most people can't seem to make the simplest relationship work, and the slightest emotional commitment is considered devastating, Mickey and Mallory have a do-or-die romance of Shakespearean magnitude. To the country's youth, 75% of whom are coming from broken homes, they have an us-against-the-world posture which youth loves, and they've taken that posture 10 steps beyond. Mickey and Mallory have shocked a country numb with violence. They've created a world where only two exist, and anybody who inadvertently enters that world is murdered.
Dr. Reingold, are they insane?
Insane? No. Psychotic? Yes. Mickey and Mallory know the difference between right and wrong. They just don't give a damn.
Is it true that they were sexually abused as children, Dr. Reingold?
I can't imagine. I don't think that it's... I would say no.
Have you ever felt that your life might be in danger?
No, it's always a theoretical interaction with these people. It never crosses my mind to meet them.
Yet, Mallory Knox has said that she does want to kill you.
I never really believe what women say to me.
The Hun brothers, what can I say? I screwed it up. I misdirected the scene. I think that they're overacting, and it's my fault. And the scene didn't play as funny as I'd hoped it would, and essentially it was a long scene with the dialogue. It ended up being several minutes long, and it just brought the film to a stop very late in the game when it was really necessary to keep flowing, I thought, to the Super Bowl showdown.
Simon and Norman Hun, let me ask you a question. What do you think of Mickey and Mallory?
I admire them. So do I.
But how can you say that?
They're mesmerizing, hypnotizing. Have you seen Pumping Iron?
Yes.
Then you've seen the scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger is talking to Lou Ferrigno through the power of the simple word and a snake-eyed glare. In a snake-eyed glare, Arnold was able to totally psych out any confidence Ferrigno had, squashing him mentally before physically defeating him. He had the edge, the mind's edge. Mickey and Mallory have that edge, only on a much grander scale. They've hypnotized the nation.
Yet, you two are both victims of Mickey and Mallory.
Yes.
So then how can you say that you admire them?
It's like this, Wayne. Two people are standing in a dark room waiting for the other to attack. These two people can't see each other, yet they know they're there. Now, they can either stand in that dark room forever, waiting till they die of boredom, or one of them can make the first move.
Obviously, they made the first move.
Unfortunately, yes. But you see, that's okay, Wayne.
Why?
They passed the edge along to us.
The edge?
By taking away our legs, now we have to fight harder to get ahead than anyone else you'll find in this gym. Probably the whole city. They've given us the fighting spirit. Before this happened, I was content. Now I'm pissed off. Now I'm half a man and I've got to work like the devil to get whole again.
No offense, mate. You'll never be whole again.
Never? Never is a very long time, Wayne. I'm not a sore loser, and even if I don't have a leg to stand on, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna fight this world until I'm on top again. That's the Mickey and Mallory way, and that's the way of the world. They're just shocking the world into remembering the primal law.
What's the primal law, mate?
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fit. I'm sorry, you're blocking the camera, man. Back off. One last question, boys. Usually, Mickey and Mallory kill all their victims, except for the lucky one. So how come they let you two survive?
They had us hog-tied down during one of their house raids, and they were taking chainsaws to our legs before they were gonna kill us. Just for fun, I guess. And then Mallory stops Mickey and says, "Hey, these are the brothers."
You know who they are? These are the Hunt brothers. Remember we saw them on TV that night.
Man, I'm your biggest fan.
Apparently they've seen all our films. Yeah, they were especially influenced by Conquering Hunts of Neptune.
That was exhilarating.
This ain't bad at all. I don't think it caught the bone.
I should call 911.
Yeah, they actually apologized. They apologized.
I wanted to work with Dennis Leary. I saw him on TV, and I thought it would be part of the channel surfing just to cut away to him. He's a madman, another madman loose in society, rapping at the TV screen like one of those angry protesters. And he did a very funny rap, I thought. But again, it went on for about a minute and a half, and it just changed the rhythm a bit in that area in the middle where before the breakout and the revolt starts. I enjoyed the scene very much, but it slows the movie down.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Mickey. Mickey who? Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mantle, Mickey Rourke, Mickey Finn, Mickey Dolans, Mickey Knox. Guilty? You bet your ass. But I think Charlie Manson said it best when he said, I'm not here, man. I'm not here. I don't blame Mickey or Mallory. I blame Ajax and Jack Frost and Frosted Flakes and Achy Breaky, Lyndon Johnson, Johnny Cash, Johnny Carson, Johnny Quest. I blame the Pope and Pop-Tarts, the Popeil Pocket Fishermen, I blame Jiff and Jazz and O.J. Simpson, JFK, RFK, FDR, FBI, CIA, STP, AFL, CIO, ABC, NBC, JVC, VCR. I blame John Wilkes Booth and Mark David Chapman and Sir Han and Mary Tyler Moore. I blame all people who use three names. Big Bird, guilty. Barney, guilty. I blame Jesus Christ and John Bon Jovi. I stick my right index finger in Wayne Newton's left eyeball. Not their parents, not drugs, not society at large. You know who I really blame? The Pittsburgh Pirates, because in 1947 Major League Baseball scouted a hot young pitching prospect named Fidel Castro. Hot out of Havana High, he had big speed and a nasty curveball, but at the last minute the teams all rescinded their offer. Just think about that, huh? If Fidel had been drafted, No Bay of Pigs, no Kennedy assassination, no cover-up, no Vietnam, no Nixon, no Ford, no bell-bottoms, no Brady Bunch, no Earth Shoes, no Reagan, no crack. No, we'd all be eating hot dogs and apple pie and smoking big fat Cuban cigars. M-I-C, see you real soon. K-E-Y, why? Because they want to, that's why.
The other ending we shot has Arliss Howard as sort of a guardian angel figure. He appears in the first scene, actually, in black and white, in the diner. If you look closely, he's in and out, and he mysteriously vanishes from the diner, and he's not killed. He ends up in the jail. You see him once or twice during the movie in the background. And then he comes at the end as a guardian angel and guides them out of the prison. They hit the road, they escape, and in this scene, all of a sudden, the random forces that Mickey and Mallory kicked off with the way they killed people, come back to haunt them. There was something, I guess, karmic about it. The idea was that in the 90s, they get away with it. People do. And that, of course, aggravated a lot of people who want to see Mickey and Mallory get their just desserts. However, the police don't do it. It would be a psycho. It would be somebody of their own ilk, like Owen. So it's an interesting dilemma, but I do feel that Mickey and Mallory have gone through quite a few changes now in the movie, and that they are really moved on the road. They're anti-heroes in the sense that they do go underground now. They fought the media. They destroyed the media. They sound like they're going to go straight right now. On the other hand, you never know. They might come back for more. So keep watching for Natural Born Killers 2.
So, this is exciting. How'd I do back there?
Not bad for a first-timer.
I never knew I had it in me, coming as I do from the fire and all. How about you folks? You gonna be able to lie low?
Guess we'll have to give it a try. We sure do love each other.
Love. You can't beat love.
I had a dream about you last night, Mickey. We were standing on this back porch, listening to the thunder and the rain, and the whole sky lit up.
Tus trailers. Visita
I
mi
was feeling
canal.
the warm air from Mexico.
Poetry.
Mexico. Never been.
Yeah, and you ain't going either. We're dropping you next town, Owen.
You promised you'd take me with you.
Well, I promised, and you came with us. What are we gonna do, spend the rest of our lives together?
Imagine Owen living with us.
Coming as I do from the fire.
That's too bad. I'll tell you what I'd really like, though. I would like a taste of old Mallory over there. Never got the wild kind before.
Well, I can't have you talking like that, Owen.
But I'm serious. I'd really like to take her for a test drive. What do you say, Mallory? Are you interested?
Yes, I'm so interested, Owen. You know what I want? I want you to fuck me so hard. Yes. Yeah. Ooh.
You don't have to be sarcastic, Mallory. You hurt my feelings and you make me think you don't desire me.
All right, that's enough of that bullshit. Owen, I do not appreciate you inducing my wife to talk that way. Mal, put that gun down. Hey, Mal!
We always do what he tells you to do.
All right, pull over now, and you pull over and drop this fucking prick off before I get really mad.
All right, Owen.